All right, everyone. Well, welcome to tonight's team training. This is Lisa Mohajay, and it's funny because I was messaging Victoria, who is going to be one of our co-hosts this evening, and she said it's been one of those days. And that's exactly why I am hiding behind my webcam. It has been one of those days. We all just got back from Coach Camp that took place in Chicago, and it was another amazing event. I cannot tell you guys how important it is for you guys to get to events like that, live events where you come together with the team and it's just team building and training and learning and growing and building relationships together. They are literally what I built my business on, and something that I still love today because they are just so valuable in building a big business. So whether you're going to a Super Saturday or a team training or summit, whatever it is, I can't encourage you guys enough to get to one of those. Paj and I are actually considering hosting a coach camp in Atlanta in late spring. So if we do that, I definitely want to see all of you there. Atlanta is a hub. So it is very easy and pretty inexpensive as far as travel goes to get in and out of. So hopefully you guys will consider that and start maybe saving some money aside so that you can make that a priority. And then of course we have Summit at the end of July, and then Christine Dwyer hosts her annual event in Dallas in the fall. So we have tons of opportunity to get together, see each other, have fun, learn, work out, and just grow together as a team. So I am going to go ahead and do a quick screen share. One thing I want to mention before I do that is I did move our VIP backstage pass from tomorrow night Tuesday to this Thursday because I wanted to make sure that you had plenty of time to send out your invitations. And I did post a little sample script with a promo picture on the team training site on Facebook. So definitely start getting your list out, start working through that, start inviting people. Remember from our previous trainings, the magic happens in the private message. So while you are posting that promo pic on Facebook, you have to private message people because that's where the interaction really takes place. And again, you only have 5 tickets. So be careful with who you invite and really think about who do you want to join your team, who's a go-getter, you know, all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hi guys, Victoria Knowles here, Diamond Coach of the Week, and I am so excited to tackle the topic of time management as a stay-at-home mom to 2 crazy, silly, amazing little girls that want my attention 24/7. I really had to look at how I was going to fit coaching in. And it changes constantly because as my kids grow and get more independent and need me less, but want me to be involved and be able to run and play with them more, which of course I want to do, and that's the whole point of this whole thing for me, more time with my family. I do know that sometimes I have to work, and they know this too. Because I tell them, I know they're small, but they need to understand. And so these are some of the biggest tips that have helped me in all areas of my life, not just coaching, but fitting in the personal stuff too, because I tend to get a little one-sided. It's like all business or all family. And this helps me find balance. So to preface this, I just want to say there is no right or wrong way to time management. There is no right or wrong way or right or wrong tip for you, okay? You might take one of these tips and make it your own by taking part of what I do and tweaking it to fit your life, your schedule, your needs. And that is exactly what time management is about. It's a very personal thing. It's just like a weight loss journey. It's just like any other kind of journey that is personal to you. There are certain things that work for me that will not work for you. Certain things you may hear me talk about and you think, okay, great, my kids aren't 5 and 2, my kids are 15 and 17, or maybe older, maybe you don't have kids. So take it for what it is, make it work for you, and let's just have some fun, okay? Okay, so I have some notes here because I do not want to miss a thing. So if you see me look down, that's what I'm doing. You might hear paper shuffle. All right, so my number one tip is to write it down. Get a calendar. Any calendar. Does not have to be fancy. Does not, in fact, I prefer the ones that aren't fancy. If they have too much going on, I get overwhelmed in the process they want me to use. And I'm going to show you my little handy dandy calendar, and I'm going to show you a page that's not written on yet, because literally if you looked at today, you'd be a little scared, because telling you hot mess status today after this weekend. So see this, it's a See It Big calendar. And I got it at Walmart, and it was literally under $10, and it goes from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I literally write my to-do list. I will schedule my posts here. I do everything on here. I schedule family time on here, and I make sure as I do things, I cross them off. If I don't get them done by the end of the day, and believe me, everything does not need to be done today, okay, then it moves on to tomorrow or later in the week if I know that I'll have a better day to get something done. But a lot of times I'll just jot down notes right here because it came to me right now and I have the page open to today. Okay, and then I'll kind of look back and go, okay, yes, I want to do that, but today is not the day. You're always prioritizing, and that's good. Now, when you write down, like I said, family time, when you write down blocks of time where you'll be working your Beachbody coaching business, I need you to be specific. You have to be very specific. Do not say work time. I'm going to have work time from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and I'm just going to do work. What work are you going to do? What will you do to move your Beachbody business ahead? How are you going to get to SC5? How are you going to sign a new coach? Who is that new coach you want to sign? Okay, you have to be very specific. So like every morning, the first thing that I do is I do my invites. I plan this out the night before and I write them on my Power of 3. Okay, I write down the names and I write down what I am inviting them to. If I do not do that, I get up in the morning and I go to invite and I'm lost. I get lost in the Facebook timeline. I get lost trying to figure out who I'm going to invite into where. And because my mind is the way it is, it starts spinning and it never stops and I get nothing done. Okay, not cool. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that specific planning a little bit later, but I wanted to touch on that you need to, when you schedule that time, be specific with what you are doing with that time, especially for your Beachbody business. You will not get ahead if you don't have a plan. You need to know what you're going to do so you can use that time wisely. All right, so plan your posts the night before, okay? This is super easy. We always know that we aim for 3 to 5 posts a day. And normally you want to do something that's motivational or positive, like a personal development quote. It doesn't have to be something you read today that you're posting today. It's just something that struck you that you want to share with people, right? So kind of I have like a little list of personal development quotes that they seriously, when I'm reading or listening to personal development and something hits me, I will pause and I literally write it out. because I do my personal development either in the car, so I might have to wait a second, or I just press record on my phone, because you can do that like on my phone in the voice notes. And I save it, and then when I get home, I have this list of quotes that mean something to me, that triggered something to me, so it makes a meaningful post. Okay. I always do a workout post, either why I work out, not just a photo of me working out. I try to add value into it. Okay, maybe I'm highlighting one specific move in my video. Hey, take a look at this lunge. You know what, ladies? If you really want to get shapely legs and get that booty lifted, try this. Do this lunge 10 times, take a break, switch to the other leg, do it 10 times, and do that for 3 rounds. Okay, just try it, and then I can tell them ways to modify. Okay, you want shapely legs and lift that booty? What woman do you know does not want to do that? Okay, I also call my workout and my Shakeology, which I always use as my post-workout, reward. This is how I make myself press play every day, because sometimes I honestly don't want to. Okay, it's my happy pill. Okay, so if you want to be positive like me, you need to move and you need to eat right. At least that is what I found. So again, I tell them why. Because yes, I would rather sit on the couch and watch Netflix and just hang out with my family, but these are the things that allow me to do that later. Okay, because I was not like that when I was unhappy and before I started working out and eating right. Okay, so make it not just, hey, look at me, I worked out today. Add some value to that post. And you can do that when you prep it the night before. Okay? And, whatever your posts are, you kind of know what you post about. So just think about it, make a quick outline, and use Hootsuite. It's free. You could do this for free. You don't have to pay a thing. Okay? If you have a like page, you can schedule it right on the like page. How awesome is that? I just love it. It's amazing. And it saves me tons of time. Okay? So I always plan my posts the night before, or at least I try to. I'm going to say there are times where things get away from me and it doesn't happen. And let me tell you, it makes it hard that day. So just do yourself a favor, plan them out the day before and get them ready the night before, and schedule them in Hootsuite or on your like page. You will be thankful that you did. Delegate. Okay, this is a big one, and it's one I struggle with big time. Okay, but I'm really getting better. And you can ask my team. Sabrina and Michelle, you're on here, you know. Specifically for business, you can do things like have someone else be the coach of the week for your coaching group if you have a coaching group. Okay, have them, make a little template like Monday you tell your story. It's kind of like we have a template in here for us diamond coaches. If you notice, there's a theme to our videos. Okay, we're sharing our story, we're sharing our top success club tip, what have you. You can decide what you want your coaches to share with your other coaches. We learn from each other. How awesome. You don't have to be the only one that posts and helps your coaches. We should all be helping each other. So let's delegate and have other people start that. Number one, it's going to free up some of your time. Number two, it is going to get them prepared to be the leader for their teams. It's a win-win. And it makes them feel good to have a little bit of control and to feel like they are helping others and they have a bigger role on the team, okay? You can have them design graphics for your next challenge group. You can have them be in control of the challenge group when you are in there and you're a fly on the wall and you're all doing it together. Maybe they do week 1, you do week 2, and another coach does week 3 if you're doing a 3-week challenge. You can just do every other day, whatever. Get creative. This is what is so cool. You can do whatever and just ask. Ask them. I mean, so many times you think no one else wants to do this or I have no help. But the truth is, have you asked them? Okay, so just ask. It's okay. Even if they say no or they maybe feel a little overwhelmed, you can say, hey, I felt the same way. And you know what? The way to learn is by doing, because that's true. It is the way to learn. Okay? Now, in your personal life, because yes, in your personal life, to make time for your business, sometimes you have to let the laundry go. Okay, I know I am like a clean freak, but I have learned with kids alone that I need to let certain things go. I am not going to live in the cleanest house ever, and that's okay with me now. It was not before. Okay, you may need someone to help with the yard work. You may just need to talk to your husband and say, you know what, from this time to this time, this is my work hours that I've scheduled. You will be home and I'm going to need you to do X, Y, and Z so I can do this because I can't do it all. Okay, as much as I like to think I'm Wonder Woman, I am not. And when I try to be, I get nothing done. I spin my wheels and I am exhausted. Okay, so the whole thing is delegate and just think outside of the box. You know what? Get the pre-cut veggies so you're not in there chopping carrots all day long. Buy the rotisserie chicken that's already made with nothing added. I mean, instead of you cooking the chicken, they cook the chicken and you could just tear it apart for your family, make chicken tacos, whatever. I mean, this goes to like every level ever. You can really think about some way cool ideas to make just even if you save 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes. I can do 3 invites in 5 minutes. I can do 5 invites in 5 minutes. If I know who I'm inviting, I know what I'm inviting them to, and I've pre-planned it. Trust me, I am like, I've gotten this down to a science, and it even surprises me. Okay, stockpile selfies. Okay, it sounds so funny, but it works. Okay, if you are having a good hair and makeup day, go outside, take some selfies, go into different rooms in your house, take some selfies, change your shirt, take some selfies. If you're in the car, take some selfies. If you're drinking your Shakeology, take some selfies. It doesn't have to be just selfies from that day. Okay, and this is a tip I got from Bonnie Engel, the top 10 coach. She's number 5 in our whole company. She started 6 months before me. Okay, seriously, it works. And I started doing it, and I share selfies from forever ago, and people just think because, you know, I just do it, and you can post your own little quotes and motivational quotes and stuff so that you're not using stock photos. And it's not like you have to get up every day and make sure you look perfect then. Okay, because it's just, you don't need to be, and it's not a reality for me. I can't do this every day. I can't do this every day, and it doesn't even take that long, but I just can't. And I know it's not in the cards for me to do it every day. So I kind of try to make days where I am making videos, where I am kind of stockpiling selfies. And you know what? I'm not ashamed. That's okay. That's the way it works for me. And then I know that I don't have to use other people's photos when I want to do motivational quotes. Okay? Stuff like that. It's so easy to do, and you can save them even in files on your computer. You can go then and pre-make these motivational pictures, save them in a file, and you can just grab them when you're planning your posts ahead of time. And guess what? You can delegate that to someone. Hey, can you pull a picture from here and put a motivational quote on it for me? You can hire like little virtual assistants to do that kind of stuff for you. Then they save it, and you can have a whole other file that says like, you know, motivational pictures ready to go. How awesome, right? I mean, totally cool. All right, now you have your plans, right? You've decided what you're gonna do when and all of that good gobbledygook, okay? And we have our power hours, right? Well, we all know that sometimes the power hour just doesn't fit into our schedule. And this is something I got from Brittany Leggett, I believe, one of the top coaches. I think she's number 11 this year, but she's awesome. And she was just our national wake-up call, I believe, last week. Did an amazing job. Anyway, it's called the Pomodoro technique. And what you do is you set a timer. So you can hear that tick, 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 tick for 25 minutes. When it goes, you work on exactly what you need to work for that 25 minutes. And it's like a countdown that keeps you on task, and you try to get as much done as you can in that 25 minutes. And when the timer goes off, no matter where you are, you stop, you get up, you take a 5-minute break. Okay, I did this all last week, and I filled up 2 Power of 3 sheets that I shared last night in the group. Okay, I haven't done that in a long time, and I did most of that in the end of this last week while I was preparing to go to coach camp, because I wanted to kind of work ahead. Mind blown. You can do that as many times as you want. And the actual Pomodoro technique is that you do it 4 times. Okay, I can't do that at once. Many days, some days I can. But I mean, that timer thing, it works. So give it a try, and I'll post a little graphic in here so you can save it with the Pomodoro technique on it, because I mean, I encourage you to do it. It is so amazing how much you can get done. I got so much done. I mean, I ticked so many things off my to-do list. I got so much done Thursday and Friday of last week that, I mean, I haven't gotten so much done in 2 weeks, like doing what I do every day normally. And okay, one of my last tips, select specific times to check your inbox and reply to messages. Now, I struggle with this because I feel like I need to do everything right now. If someone sends me a message, I have to check it now, and I have to reply because I don't want them to wait. You spin your wheels a lot when you do this. And I am trying to tell people and get the word out to people that I will check my inbox. I do it twice a day because I still feel like I need to do it twice a day. Okay, so I do it morning and night. And I check my inbox, I reply, and then even if they reply back to me like right away, and it's not something like ASAP, because most of the time it's not, people know how to get a hold of me. Okay, then I leave it for later. I have to, otherwise I can't get through everything. And as your business grows, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. I used to be able to do everything right then and there. I can't do that now. I cannot. I'm way too busy. Okay, and I have to make the time. People understand that you're busy. And when you tell them, sometimes I'll say, okay, I hear you. Here's a way for you to find the answer. But if you would like me to, you know, I will expand on this more. Give me until tonight. Okay. And because I know I have to look something up, but I give them the option to find it themselves. Okay. Now you must track it. I use the Power of 3. You can use a business activity tracker, whatever works for you. You have to track it. Otherwise, you don't know what you're doing. And lastly, try new things. Just do it. Don't worry about being perfect. Done is better than perfect. And make it work for you. Take my tips, tweak them, and make them yours. Okay? So that's it. Time management in 20 minutes or less, and I'm a little over. Love you guys. I hope you found something super awesome in this training that was like, boom, mind blown. And if you had that aha moment, the only way that makes it amazing is to put it into action. So I can't wait to hear what that is and hear how you are putting it into action. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of the training. Bye, guys.
Yay! Thank you, Victoria. That was so awesome. I was just actually just messaging her, and I was like, okay, I think some of our training overlaps just a little bit, but the more you hear it, the more it sinks in, right?
Hi guys, Victoria Knowles here,
okay,
and I just wanted to do a quick video to welcome you to our clean.
Okay, see, YouTube is going into the next YouTube video. So funny. I was like, what's that? Victoria, are you still talking? Are you on here? All right, so mine is the next part of the training is managing life and the business and kind of finding that balance. Because when you first get started, you're already busy, right? You were busy before you started this business. Chances are you're probably always saying yes to everyone and everything and trying to please other people. and oh, my phone is just dinging away. I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off so I don't get too distracted. But you're always saying yes to everything and everyone and trying to please everyone, and you may have thought that you didn't have enough time in the beginning when someone presented this business with you. And guess what? So you will your prospects. So if you are able to recognize this in the beginning and figure it out, you will be able to let your prospects know that you felt the same way, and you know how they feel, and what you found is this. So it's really, one of the things that I think a lot of us, we are so busy doing busy work or not so busy work that we think we don't have time for something else. But those are actually the people who are perfect for this business because they are go-getters and they are people pleasers. And that's who you want on your team. You don't really want someone that's just sitting at home watching TV all night or, not really got a whole lot going on. You want people that are motivated and want to stay busy, and they're always looking for the next thing, and, they're driven. So that is a really good thing, a really good quality to look for. And it's just a matter of learning that whole life balance thing. So I'm going to share with you a few tips, and we're going to start with you. So the thing with this business is, you may be feeling guilty right now. Feeling a pull between the business and your family, right? And if you're human, you are. It is very hard, but you have to really think about, you have a huge opportunity in front of you right now. So you're going to work really hard right now for a little, and you're going to work a little for a lot in the end. Because if you're looking right now at what this opportunity has in store for you, right? A 6-figure income, more time with your family, you're going to make some sacrifices to make those things happen. You're going to work smarter and not harder, right? That's the goal, because it's really easy to get on Facebook and get sucked into that news feed, and before you know it, an hour has gone by and you've done absolutely nothing. So we're going to start working smarter and not harder. You do have to make some tough decisions and, yes, sacrifices. You have to learn to say no. You cannot do everything. You cannot spread yourself so thin that you don't have, the emotional energy to keep going, that you go to bed every single night thinking, you lay your head down on the pillow and you're asleep before it even hits the pillow. You wake up in the morning and you can't get out of bed because you're too tired. So, we want you to make some tough decisions and some sacrifices. The very beginning part of your business, the first 6 months to a year, really are the toughest part of the business because you're not making that much money. So, as a new coach, you don't have the momentum, right? You don't have that momentum built up yet. The attraction marketing isn't there yet. You're not making money yet. And you're still trying to fit it all in. And you guys, I totally get it. I totally understand. When I first started the business, I was working full time. I worked a full-time job. I was a single mom. I also worked at the Y. I even volunteered at the YMCA to work at the front desk. And I still managed to build a business when I wasn't making any money. And I've shared with you guys before, the first 6 months in the business, I think I earned like $200. So the momentum was not there. It took me 4 months to go emerald, 9 months to go diamond. So I get it. You have to decide right now to invest more time and mental energy into the business versus fitting it in. So it's no longer going to be, well, I think I can do 15 minutes here on my phone. I'm going to do 10 minutes, in the bathroom at work, or, whatever. Really start making a list of your goals. And on the other side of the piece of paper, I want you to write down your activities. And what can you give up right now? And it's not going to be forever. It's things that you can give up temporarily, like TV. You guys, I do not watch any television at all. I watch a few movies occasionally, but as far as TV goes, I don't watch it. I don't have time for it. It's a waste of my time. I have other things that I could be doing, and I just don't. So maybe you're on the Parent Teachers Association. Maybe you're working a part-time job. And whatever it is that you can give up right now, that's what you need to do. You have to make that commitment to your future for what you don't have right now, for what you're going to have later. And I know that it's really hard because you can't see it yet. It's not in front of you. It's not visible. But if you work this business hard, if you stay consistent, those things are all going to happen over time. You have to believe in the business and yourself enough to make that decision and accept it. You can't do it all. You're exhausted and you're stressed. You have to take a hard look at what you don't have to do that you could do away with. And that sounded really funny how I read that. You have to take a hard look at what you don't have to do that you could do away with. So there's probably things that you're doing right now that you need to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that right now. People will understand. And if they don't, they'll have to learn to deal with it. So really think about what all you have extra on your plate right now. Cross it off. If it does not match up with your goals, it doesn't belong on your plate. And just remember, it's not going to be like this forever. Once you get your business going, once the momentum is there, you're going to have so much more free time. You're going to have systems in place. You're going to have a schedule. You're going to have a calendar. And you're going to be able to work around that calendar. So again, you do a lot for a little in the beginning and a little for a lot in the end. You do have to invest money, right? We've all heard this. You have to spend a little bit of money to make money. And sometimes you have to spend a lot of money to make money. Thankfully, with this business, you don't have to spend a ton of money. But here are some things to help you out. You're going to love me for this, ladies. Go buy new workout clothes or shoes, because those are things you can use for your pictures and videos. And Victoria already touched on some of this. Taking selfies. I shared with the group a while ago, just kind of a photo session I had in my office, and I just point, you've all seen the pictures where someone's holding up a piece of paper and they use an app and they write on it, help wanted, new interns wanted, now hiring, join my challenge group. And all you have to do is get yourself cleaned up, set up your camera, put the timer on, set it at a good angle where the lighting is right, and take a bunch of pictures. Do some videos. And you can actually, we're going to talk about this in a second, but hiring someone to help you with that. Investing in Facebook ads. Get an iPhone, okay? And that was one of the things, these are things that I've learned from Shalene, and they work. I hate to say that people are looking at you and, like your workout clothes and your shoes, but people really are. Think about it when you post a picture of a collage of clothes, right? People love that. And guess what? I'm not saying that you have to go out and buy brand new Nikes or whatever, Lululemon clothes, spend hundreds of dollars. We all know that we can find cute shoes and clothes online or at Target for a reasonable cost. You can find them on Etsy. Etsy.com is a great place to find workout shirts and things like that. Your iPhone, your technology makes or breaks your pictures, basically, right? The quality of your camera on your phone. If you're creating movies, iMovie is so much easier than trying to do it on a PC. Mac has it all figured out. The Apple system is all we use for Paj and I, and it's because of the quality and the easiness of using it. And it's something that you will learn, right? I know, but if you're close to an Apple store, you can go there and take a free class. If you want to build this business, you have to invest in it, and I promise it will pay off. Hire an assistant. You can find people on a website called Fiverr.com, elance.com. Maybe it's a high schooler, a college student, just 10 hours a week. And by doing this, it's going to force you to get yourself organized and systematic, because if you know someone is like expecting work to do, you can't just wake up the next day and say, okay, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to have them do. You actually have to get yourself organized, because you have someone expecting you to give them tasks. get some help, right? Did you guys notice? You have noticed, I already know this, and Victoria actually mentioned it as well. For the Resolution Revolution team training, we have a different diamond of the week, sharing their top tips, sharing their story. And why do you think that is? Because we can all spread out the, I have this weird squeaky window. The shutter is blowing and making weird noises. So we're spreading out the responsibility, right? We're also putting other leaders in the spotlight. We're giving them that responsibility. So pair up with other coaches, whether you're doing a clean eating group or a challenge group, you're creating a new training system, you're doing a new coach training, whatever it is, team up with another coach, get some help. You don't have to do it by yourself. And for me personally, I feel like groups are always better when you have multiple people chiming in, because not everyone is going to relate to you. They need to hear it from someone else, just like not everybody relates to me. You guys need to hear it from someone else. And I am always, eager to learn from other people and still trainable. Nobody knows it all. So get some help with other coaches. Hire an assistant. And maybe you start out with 5 hours a week. Maybe it's 10, 15 hours a week. Help with your kids, clean your house, run some errands, fold your laundry. You have a huge, huge, huge life-changing opportunity in front of you. You guys, you can do this. Maybe you just need a little bit of help. And think about it. If you hired someone to work for, 5 hours a week, and you paid them $10 an hour, it's going to cost you $50. But I'm telling you, to have a clean house, have someone maybe go to the grocery store for you or mail out your Shakeology samples, sit with your kids, take your kids to the park for an hour or something like that. That's going to really free up some of your time and give you time to focus on what you need to focus on. Get project help, again, Elance or Fiverr. You can, I think Fiverr is actually with 2 V's, I'm not sure. Post a job that you need to have done. Maybe it's a blog. Maybe you have a PDF of some, top tips for clean eating or detox, or, maybe organizing your closet or getting your kids ready for school. Whatever your niche is, whatever you're good at, create a freemium about it and have someone help create graphics for you. The key is to have systems. Do more in less time. And again, Victoria I told her, I was like, great minds really think alike, because a lot of this is kind of some duplication, but, have a document. Maybe it's a Google Doc, maybe it's a Google Drive document of, we all find ourselves, someone's message wants to know more information on Shakeology, and you're like finding yourself retyping over the same thing. Save it into a Google document so that you have it. Save it into a note on your phone so that you have it. Same thing, commonly asked questions. People want information on challenge groups. They want information on coaching. So save what you typically say to someone into that file, and then boom, you have it right there. You're not left trying to type something on your phone or try to think about what to say. Again, have posts saved, put them into a document or a note on your phone. Recycle content. Maybe you have a picture from a year ago. Take it and put it into black and white. Crop it, zoom in on something, use a different headline. Not everyone has seen all of your posts, and if they have, they probably don't remember it, or if they have too much time on their hands. All right, creating a calendar system. And we really kind of talked a lot about this last week with Anita Myron on, creating a monthly system for your team. So whether it is creating a free clean eating group the first of every month, maybe it's a 3rd week, host a challenge group. Every Monday, you post about the business. Every Wednesday, you post about your challenge group, etc., etc. You guys get this, right? Duplicate successful coaches' systems. You guys, why reinvent the wheel? Why come up with your own material when there are so many successful coaches out there sharing their information? Just like Victoria said, she's been plugging into Bonnie Eagle's stuff and she's learning a ton. And guess what? She just recreated it and shared it with you. She's picking up the things that she's learning from other coaches. She's recreating it. She's making it her own, and she's sharing it. And again, add people to the team trainings. You know, we have a 14-day training system on dreamextreme.info. Plug people into that. You don't have to do this on your own. Again, platinumpresenters.com is another amazing team website that you guys are a part of. Get disciplined and be organized. All right, when it's time for you to work the business, it's time to build a fortress around your focus. Another quote from Shalene. And when we were at Platinum Edge in Dallas, she spoke a little bit about this, and she actually put her desk, I believe it was like in a pantry in her kitchen, and she put her headphones on and she shut the door. Because think about it, when you're really trying to work and you have a million disruptions and interruptions, distractions, it's really hard to focus. So put your cell phone away, remove yourself from interruptions as much as possible. I know that it's hard. You know, many of you guys have little kids. For me, I have Bentley running in and out of my office wanting cookies. I get it. We're busy. Close your Facebook. And please do not scroll the news feed, right? You should only be looking at your prospect stuff. You should be checking into your challenge groups, the team page, and that's it. Stop scrolling. Schedule your posts into challenge groups. I actually use Hootsuite, so it's amazing. You can go to the Coach Online office and grab that challenge group guide and schedule out every single post for 60, 90 days. It's already there. Copy and paste, schedule it, Hootsuite, boom. Again, schedule posts on your like page, and you're going to schedule that directly through Facebook. And have a heart-to-heart with your family. You know, when you become successful, you don't want your family to feel like they lost you. You know, you don't want to feel like, oh, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have given my family more time. Let them know what you're doing with your time. You know, right now, they see mom, they see dad on their cell phone all the time. So let them know why you're doing this. Let them know how long it's going to take. Okay, I'm on a conference call. I'm going to be done in an hour. Okay, you got to be patient, and you really have to be strong through that. But the more your family understands, the more receptive they will be to it. So maybe you sit down with your family and you pick out some pictures for a vacation or wherever you guys want to go, and you print that out and put it on your refrigerator, and you say, this is why mom's on this conference call. This is why mom is, you know, working out. This is why mom is on Facebook, okay? Let them know that you're doing this for them. Really try to work your business when it's not around family time. So maybe you're working your power hour early mornings, maybe it's on your lunch hour, late at night. But most importantly, be where you are. So if you're with your family, you're with your family. You are not on Facebook. You're not replying to people. You're not texting people. You're not on your phone. Same thing goes when you're working your business. You're working your business. So be where you are. This is just a really basic schedule that I put together before the call just to give you an idea. I actually use a paper calendar, so I literally just put this together for you guys. But just to give you an idea, you should be scheduling your entire day and your entire week. So you can see I have on here, and I do this, I do schedule my workouts. I schedule my power hour, and again, like Victoria said, be specific. What are you doing in that hour? Schedule in me time because you need that. You know, as parents, we got everyone on here is super busy. You have to take time for yourself. Family time. When Tira was still in school, I picked her up at 3:30 and I blocked out 2 or 3 hours after school every single day, and that was our time together. And trust me, if I happened to be on my cell phone for anything, she reminded me, Mom, this is family time. So, and let them know, hey, this is family time. You know, we're going to do, you know, spend time together. We're going to read books. We're going to go to the library. We're going to go to the park, whatever. And again, if you are married or have a significant other, make sure that you schedule date night, right? Make sure that you're scheduling in time for your spouse. And this is so, so, so important, because the reason why we're doing this business is for our families. So it's super important that you schedule that time in and make it a priority. And share your calendar with them so they see that. Last slide, you guys, just relax. Sometimes you just have to take a deep breath, take a step back. Don't sweat the small stuff. There will never be a perfect balance. There's never a perfect balance in life, right? Don't dwell on the negative things. I cannot tell you how frustrated I was yesterday, Super Bowl Sunday, about all of the people talking about Lady Gaga's hair. Like, I posted a positive quote or a positive post about Lady Gaga, and everybody was talking about her hair. I'm like, really? Like, is that all you have to talk about? Same thing. So don't dwell on negative things. Instead, take that time, take that energy, and focus on helping other people. You don't have time for that. You don't have time to dwell on the negative. You don't have time to let other people's, negative energy and let it into your life. You don't have time for that. Focus on the positive. You guys, I hate to tell you, but you're gonna fall. We all do. That's part of life. There's a great book called Failing Forward. And guess what? You get back up and you move on. Your first year in this business, you're gonna question everything. I can't tell you how many times I questioned, is this going to work? Why am I doing this? But I stayed consistent. I kept working it. You're working with the willing. Okay, don't focus on one person. A lot of times, so often I hear from people that they're like, this just isn't working. I'm like, well, how many people are you talking to? Well, I keep talking to my aunt. I know she's perfect for this, but she just won't even respond. Okay, you have to talk to more people than just one or two. People are gonna flake on you. They're gonna cancel. They're gonna hurt your feelings. The faster that you can accept that and move on, the better off you're gonna be. Lastly, you guys, you can't do everything and you can't please everyone. You're not looking for everyone in this business. You're looking for the people that are looking for you, the people that want it, the people that you don't have to try to convince, but the people that are just like you, they're looking to make a change in their life. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope this helped. Make sure that you tag your partner on the Resolution Revolution team training page. And have an amazing night. Thank you guys so much.